Hello everyone and welcome. A few months back I did a review of a cordless precision screwdriver set from a different company. At that time, I thought that was a very nice screwdriver set. But after using it for a few projects, I soon realized that it was lacking in a few areas. Then I came across this screwdriver set from Kaiweets and I knew I had to try it out. Now, I've tested many products from Kaiweets in the past, and I've always found them to be very well-made products, so I had no doubt that this would be a good screwdriver set. This precision screwdriver set from Kaiweets is actually cheaper than the one that I tested previously, and it has a lot more bits and assorted pieces that come with it. While the other screwdriver set only brought a screwdriver and a few bits, this one from Kaiweets brings the screwdriver and bits, but also brings pry tools, SIM card tools, and many more specialty tools that will help you do cell phone and tablet repairs much more easily. In other words, this screwdriver set really knows what it's designed to do. So let's test this puppy out and see how it performs. But before we do that, if you enjoy watching honest tool and product reviews plus helpful DIY projects, be sure to hit that subscribe button so you get notified every time I produce another product review video or DIY video. Alright, here's a shot of the box for you. Let's open this puppy up and see what I got this time. Alright guys, so when you open this puppy up, this is everything you get. Now this is the Kaiweets ES20 cordless precision screwdriver set, available on Amazon, link in description below. At the time of making this video, this kit retails for $47.99, but they also have a $13 discount coupon on their Amazon page, making it even cheaper than that. So what do you get when you unbox this guy? Well, everything is inside this case, and I'll talk about that in a moment. So you get this case with everything inside of it, and you get the owner's manual that tells you everything about the unit, how to take care of it, all that kind of good stuff. I suggest you read through it. So like I said, everything comes in this nice soft storage case. It's a trifold and it's Velcro together. So when you open this up, I'll show you everything in a moment. But the case itself, how big is it? I'm sure you're wondering. Well, the case with everything in it is basically 9 inches by 6 inches by about 2 inches in thickness. So very compact, easy to put in the drawer somewhere and store it away when you're not using it. So when you open it up, it basically comes undone, like I said, in a trifold fashion. Let me turn it around. And it has nice little covers to keep everything in its place. So let's open this guy up. And these two are just covers. This one right here is actually a pocket that has a convenient storage area for your nice little magnetic mat. So we'll talk about that in a moment. Let me fold these guys over so it's easier to show you what everything is going on here. There we go. So this is the entire kit right here. So the kit includes a lot of things, but basically let me point out that this kit comes with a 3-year warranty, and Kaiweets is very good as far as their warranty goes. So any trouble whatsoever, contact Kaiweets, they'll take care of you. Now the main focal point of all this is the screwdriver itself, which is stored right here. Let me pull this guy out. And it comes in a nice little plastic tube. Some people may lose this tube. I suggest you try to hang on to it because it makes it easier to put back in and store it away. The screwdriver itself is cylindrical. You hold it like a pencil, very convenient, easy to maneuver. You have a button right here that toggles forward and reverse. And you have another button right here, which is for your LED light. And if you hold that button, it'll change the torque settings, which I'll tell you about in just a moment. The dimensions of this guy is 7 inches in length by ½ an inch in thickness and only weighs a couple of ounces, so very lightweight and easy to use. Now, as far as this kit is concerned, it comes with 137 pieces. That's a whole lot of pieces right there. First of all, you get 120 precision CRV chrome vanadium silver nickel bits, which I'm not going to read them all off to you, but let me hold them up to the camera so that way you can see all the different bits that are included in there. And you can read through there all the different dimensions that are included. Way too many for me to read to you right now. As far as everything else goes, on this side over here, you have a lot of different specialty tools, which maybe I'll pull out in a minute. But right now I'm showing you how nice and conveniently stored everything comes in the case. Nothing's flopping around and falling out all over the place. Everything has a place to keep it in, nice and organized. So if you're moving around carrying this from place to place, it's a very nice, convenient storage case. So on this side over here, as far as all the specialty items, you get 1 suction cup, 1 SIM card pin, 1 metal spudger, 120 millimeter POM pry tool, a flexible extension shaft, cleaning brush, angle tweezers, 1 magnetizer and demagnetizer tool, a magnetic mat, which I already told you about previously, a USB cable for charging up the screwdriver, 3 thin triangle opening picks and 3 thick triangle opening picks, and 1 H4X 55mm extension shaft. So that's a whole lot of stuff right there for you to be able to do just about anything you need. The hardness of the bits over here is between 50 and 55 HRC on the Rockwell scale, which is pretty darn strong. The screwdriver itself is powered by a 350 milliamp battery, and it has a max capacity of 200 RPMs, no load speed. Now, I mentioned previously that it has 2 different torque settings to choose from. It has 0.5 Newton meters and 0.35 Newton meters. Like I said, all you have to do is hold that button down right there for a couple seconds and it'll switch between the two. So very easy to adjust that. And the LED light comes in nice and handy. It has like 3 little LEDs on the bottom, which you can see right there. And that'll help you to light up anything if it's kind of dark and you don't know what you're looking at. So this screwdriver kit is ideal for working on laptops, drones, cameras, toys, cell phones, tablets, or anything that has really small precision screws in really tight, hard to reach areas. This kit also brings a lot of accessories, making it even easier to deal with specialty items like cell phones and tablets for common things like battery replacement or replacing a broken screen. And I'll tell you, I just had to replace a battery on my wife's iPhone, and it's not the easiest thing in the world. This kit will make it a whole lot easier to do than the other kit that I tested previously. So let's take a little closer look at this guy and see how it performs. Alright guys, so aside from all the different bits that come with this screwdriver set, you also get all these accessories to help you do all sorts of repairs and taking things apart and so forth. So I thought I'd pull them out so you can see individually what all the different parts are, because obviously you couldn't see them when they were tucked away in that nice little storage case. So you get a pair of tweezers right here, you get a plastic pry tool with 2 different sizes on each end, you get a metal pry tool as well, you get 2 extensions, that's a solid extension. This one here is a flexible extension, so you can use it in all sorts of different situations. You get a little cleaning brush, you get a little suction cup right there, and a SIM card tool, and you get 6 triangular pry tools right there, 3 thin ones, 3 thick ones, so you can use them under all sorts of different situations. You also get a magnetizer and demagnetizer tool right there, which is very convenient, because sometimes you may want your bits to be magnetized, and sometimes you may not. So therefore, this little guy comes in handy. You can see right there, all you do is rub the bits against that and it'll magnetize or demagnetize them based upon what your needs may be. So there you go. That makes this kit very complete right there. Alright guys, so let's do a little testing and see how this screwdriver performs when doing the type of work that it's meant for, precision screwdriving. Now for example, I have this old Samsung phone here that has seen much better days, so I'm using it as a prop. It's not a working phone anymore, no good in any way. But if you wanted to take this guy apart, look at the screws that it has. Tiny little Phillips head screws. Look at that. I'm getting really close so you can see they're Phillips head, but they're so tiny you really cannot use a regular screwdriver on this. If you wanted to use a screwdriver to take this off, you would need to have a precision screwdriver set. Like for example, here's a regular Phillips head screwdriver, right? And I'm going to put these 2 right next to each other. This is the screwdriver bit that it takes, and that is a regular Phillips head screwdriver. Look at the difference in size between the 2, and you'll see how tiny this is compared to a regular Phillips screwdriver. So that's exactly what we're going to use right there to take this guy apart. And the thing to point out is, I know some people may sometimes mention that the torque is not enough on these precision screwdrivers, because I've seen that before on some reviews. But you got to remember, the torque isn't necessarily to break things free. You can do that with your hand. Like for example, let's pick this little screw right here. And I'm torquing it down, okay? I'm turning it this way. I am torquing it down really, really tight by hand. Okay, now the screwdriver probably can't take it apart, as we're going to see. I'm going to press the button and it can't take it apart. It skips on it. But you can undo it by hand. I'm going to undo it by hand, just untorquing it by myself, and then use the screwdriver to take it out the rest of the way. You see, that's the way. It's just like any battery operated tool. You don't use it to break things free all the time. You use some other tool. You use your hand in this case to break it free, and then you use the battery to take it all the rest of the way. So right there, I am torquing it down as far as it will go. And let's take a different one here. Again, you can use the screwdriver, you can use it by hand. Right there, there you go. I'm holding it really tight and it pulls it right out. No trouble at all. And if I wanted to put it back, there you go the other way, and you see it takes it all the way back. Then I can torque it down as much as I want because it works just like a regular screwdriver for putting things in or out. As long as you don't touch the button, you're fine. And there's the LED showing you how helpful it can be when you're trying to light something up and see what you're doing. So let me put it right here. You can see right there, you can use your hand to get things undone, and you take it out just like a regular screwdriver. If you need some really serious torque, you can go beyond the normal torque settings on the screwdriver. Otherwise, then you use the power of the screwdriver to make your handiwork that much quicker and easier. So that's the way it's supposed to work. Don't be fooled all the time by what some people say for other things. Now let's take this bit out of here, and the magnetic mat comes in really handy for this, and let's switch over bits. And this time I'm going with a Torx bit on this case right here. And what we're going to do is we're going to test it on this BlackBerry. Here's another BlackBerry that I have. Very old BlackBerry from way back in the day. And see, this one has little tiny Torx screws right there. Really tiny, hard to get into. They're kind of depressed in there. And you can use this little guy to take this out very conveniently. And you just, let me put it so you can see better. Use the screwdriver and you just pull them right out. No trouble at all. You can see I took it out. And if I want to put them back in. And then if I really want to torque them like crazy, I can go crazy and do it by hand as hard as I want to. Or, there you go. It just pulls it right out. So there you go. That's very convenient right there. And let me see, pull this guy the rest of the way out. And I didn't magnetize this bit. If I had magnetized it, it'd probably be a whole lot easier for me. But I didn't magnetize it. So let's see if I can pull this little guy. Wow, that's a long screw. Look at that. Look what a long screw that was. That goes all the way through there. And then you just put it on your mat there, and it won't go flying anywhere, and you won't lose it. So that's very convenient right there. If I was going to take this guy apart, all the different screws and stuff, keep it on the mat, keep everything nice and organized. But this is a tiny little Torx right there that you normally are not going to find anywhere. And again, like I said, keep taking these apart, and it just keeps taking them out. No trouble at all. And you pull this guy out of here, and you go another long one. Now let me see the magnetic tool right here. And if I wanted to magnetize it, see right now it's not magnetized. See how it doesn't do anything? If I wanted to magnetize it, all you do is rub it along there. And now it's magnetized, but the mat is holding it down. Let me pull it off the mat, put it on my hand here. And you see right there, now it's magnetized. Now it works perfectly, but the magnet on that mat is much stronger, so obviously it pulls it down. So that's very easy right there. If I want to demagnetize it, then the top part, you demagnetize it, and now it's no longer magnetic. Let me put it on my hand again. And you see, doesn't do anything anymore. Not magnetic anymore. So that's very convenient right there. You can magnetize and demagnetize with this little tool right there. You saw how it works. Very, very good when you're doing all sorts of work like this. So there you have it. Works out very nicely. All right, guys, there you have it. A review and demonstration of a very complete and inexpensive precision screwdriver set from Kaiweets. I think this ES20 precision screwdriver set from Kaiweets is a really nice tool set. It brings you a battery-operated screwdriver to make your work go that much faster, and all sorts of precision bits to give you access to really tiny screws. It also includes all sorts of accessories for repairing things like your cell phones or tablets. A very complete precision screwdriver kit at a very affordable price. If you want to be able to replace your own cell phone batteries or replace your own broken screens without having to pay a technician, then this is a very complete tool set that you should look into. Check out their Amazon page for complete details. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye-bye for now.